ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। गुरवे सर्वलोकानां विषजे भवरोगिणां निधये सर्वविद्यानां दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। सदाशिवसमारम्भाम् शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्ताम् वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादम् शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। साक्षात्कृतं दयानन्दं परमार्थस्वरूपिणम् तत्त्वज्ञानप्रशास्तारं प्रणतोऽस्मि परं पदम्। ॐ सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। नत्वा श्रीभारती तीर्थ
श्री भारती तीर्थ
विद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरौ
विद्यारण्यमुनीश्वरो
अधीमहे पञ्चदशीम्
अधीमहे पञ्चदशीम्
कैवल्यपदसिद्धये।
कैवल्यपदसिद्धये।
विकल्पो निर्विकल्पस्य
विकल्पो निर्विकल्पस्य
सविकल्पस्य वा भवेत्।
सविकल्पस्य वा भवेत्।
आद्ये व्याहतिरन्यत्र अनवस्थात्माश्रयादयः। इदं गुणक्रिया जाति द्रव्यसम्बन्धवस्तुषु
इदं
इदं
गुणत्रया
गुणत्रया
जातिरव्यसम्बन्धवस्तुषु
जातिरव्यसम्बन्धवस्तुषु
समं तेन स्वरूपस्य
समं
समं
तेन
तेन
स्वरूपेण
स्वरूपस्य
सर्वमेतदिधीक्ष्यताम्
सर्वमेतदधीक्ष्यताम्
सर्वमेतदधीक्ष्यताम्
Here Nayayika, he asked a question. How can that Nirvishesham Brahma can be conveyed through words? It should not be pramana, pramanena, pramana avagamana vishayam. If it is available for pramanam, then it should be savishesham. For that, we ask him counter question. That vikalpa that we are talking about, is it resting on the thing which is nirvikalpa or vikalpa? This is not a direct answer to the Purva Pakshi, but it is an Jati Uttaravada. By making the Purva Pakshi see his fallacy, then he won't be able to ask us question. When your mata itself has got problem, how can you question my mata? And after that we answer. Not that he escaped, he answered. Brahma is Nirvishesham only. Brahma is Nirvishesham only. Brahma is Paramarthika. It is Paramarthika Sat reality. So when it is Paramarthika, the Paramarthika Brahma can accommodate any number of Savishesha. There will not be problem. Because belonging to different order of reality, Paramarthika Sat, Nirvishesham Brahma, Nirvikalpam Brahma remains untouched. And that is what's said in the next shloka number 50, 53. 52 we have to see, 53, shloka number 52. So here, Vidyaranya Muni, the author, starting from the shloka number 33 up to 48. From 33rd shloka up to 48th shloka, he dealt with Shravanam, he dealt with the Jnana Sadhanam, Shravanam, that is Annam, Prano, Mano, Buddhi, starting from there up to the 48th shloka. Then 49 onwards, Savikalpasya. 33 to 48, Maya, Vidye, Vihayaiva, up to that Shravanam. Then 49th shloka onwards, Savikalpasya Lakshyate, up to 52. 52 we are going to see today. The author deals with Mananam. So Shravanam followed by Mananam. So the Mananam topic is going to be over. So therefore, starting from 33rd shloka onwards, deals with Jnana Sadhanam. So Jnana Sadhanam, the author is going to conclude what the Mananam, and after that he will say define. He will say what is Shravanam, what is Mananam by words. Now, having answered the question of Purva Pakshi, now here the author, he says, Brahma is asprishtam. Brahma is asprishtam. It remains ever untouched. It cannot be touched. Asprishtam, untouched. Therefore, untouched by what? Untouched by Vikalpa, Vikalpa Abhava, and Vikalpa Bhava. That is what the author says. Let us read shloka number 52. Vikalpa Tadabhavabhyam
कल्पतदाभावाभ्याम्
Asprishtatmavastuni. Sorry, no, 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 no.
अस्पृष्टात्
Asamsprishtatmavastuni.
असंस्पृष्टात्मवस्तुनि
विकल्पिततत्त्वलक्ष्यत्व सम्बन्धाध्यास्तु कल्पिताः
विकल्पिततत्त्वलक्ष्यत्वसम्बन्धाद्यास्तु कल्पिताः
Second line is a compound, therefore we cannot stop in between. Here, Panchadasi says, Nirvikalpam Brahma, Nirvishesham Brahma is asamsprishtam. It is asamsprishtam. Samsprishtam touched. Asamsprishtam untouched. It cannot be touched. Asamsprishta Atmavastuni. Asamsprishta Atmavastuni. Vikalpa Tad Abhavabhyam. Vikalpa is Vikalpa. Vikalpa Bhava. Tad Abhavabhyam. Vikalpa Abhavabhyam. That is the presence of Vikalpa. Tad Abhavabhyam. Vikalpa Abhavabhyam. So Vikalpa Bhava. Vikalpa Abhavabhyam. Vikalpa as well as absence of Vikalpa. Vikalpena tata tasya abhavena cha. Ubhabhyam. By both. Brahma is asamsprishtam. Asamsprishta Atmani, Atmavastuni, Brahmani, Kena, Vikalpa Tadabhavabhyam Tritya Vibhakti. That Brahma, that Nirvishesham Brahma, that Atma Vastu, which is not touched by Vikalpa Tad Abhavabhyam Tritya Vibhakti. Vikalpa Tadabhavabhyam, Vikalpascha Tad Abhavascha. Vikalpa Tadabhavaha, Tabhyam. Iterator Dunda Samartha. Tabhyam, by both of them, Atma is asamsprishtaha. Asamsprishtaha Atma. Therefore, asamsprishta Atma Vastuni. So, therefore, the presence or absence of attributes don't touch Atma because Atma is Paramarthika. It is Sat. That is the Adhishtanam, that is the Ashraya for even Nitya. Therefore, pot undergoes change, but what happens to the clay? The clay remains as it is, remains untouched. Even when the pot is broken, the clay continues without undergoing any change. Nitya undergoes changes, but Satyam, this Sat, Asanga Sat, that doesn't have Sangha. Why it doesn't have Sangha? To have Sangha, it must be limited. It must be Parichinnam. Nitya is Parichinnam. Parichinnatvat, all the vikaras are possible. Therefore, only Savikari. But Brahma is Nirvikari. Why Nirvikari? Because it is Asanga Atma. It is Parichinnam. It doesn't have Avayava, not limited. It is Adhishtanam of everything. Even for the Vyavaharika Prapancha, that is Adhishtanam. As the pot undergoes change, all the time it undergoes change. But what happens to the clay? Which gives Satta Spurti to the spot. That doesn't undergo any change. Minus that, pot cannot exist. Therefore, pot, that clay is Asanga. Clay is asanga, pot is sanga. Pot has got parts, savayava. Savayavasya adhishtana mrit sada asangah bhavati asprishtam bhavati. Tadvateva asamsprishta atma. Therefore, paramarthika satya vastunaha atmani asamsprishta atmani etabhyam vikalpa tad abhavabhyam. By both vikalpa bhava and vikalpa abhava. The presence or absence of this vikalpa, the attributes, the vishesha, do not touch the atma. Therefore, Chaitanyam remains untouched. That is why Nainam Chindanti Shastrari, Nainam Dagati Pavakaha. Nothing can touch, nothing can touch, nothing can destroy this. What can touch, what can destroy? To touch, it must be a karma. It must be available for your object, available as an object. Therefore, Nainam Chindanti Shastrani, Nainam Dakati Pavakaha, Achainam Kledagantyapaha, Ashoshayati Marutaha. So, therefore, it is not available as an object. Therefore, it remains untouched. On this Atma, everything is kalpitam. Everything is kalpitam, superimposed on this asamsprishta Atma. Therefore, vikalpitatva, lakshyatva, sambandha adhyaha, sambandhadhyaha, kalpitaha. They are superimposed. Like the clay is the pot is superimposed upon the clay. Pot is a vikalpa. Pot is a vikalpa. It is superimposed on the clay. What happens to the clay? Clay remains as it is, as it was ever. It remains as it is, not touched. That clay, the pot is clay, but clay is not pot. Therefore, clay remains all the time untouched. The actor plays a role of the beggar. So the beggar is actor, but actor can never be the beggar. Whatever the changes the beggar undergoes, but that doesn't touch the actor, the swarupa of the actor. Therefore, vikalpitatvam, vikalpa, savikalpa, vikalpa, nirvikalpa, even nirvikalpa also superimposed. Both are relative terms. In the Paramarthika Sat, what is savikalpa, what is nirvikalpa? Nirvikalpa, we say the word also we use only from the Vyavaharika standpoint. Therefore, in this Atma, there cannot be any vichara of savikalpa, nirvikalpa. Atma is nirvikalpa. What this vichara is? That vichara is valid only from the Vyavaharika standpoint. Because in the Vyavaharika, we take Atma also to be a savikalpa. If we take savikalpa, it also undergoes changes. Savikalpa, Atma. Savikalpa is Atma, but Atma is not savikalpa. Therefore, we have to say nirvikalpa. But it's Atma nirvikalpa. From the Paramarthika standpoint, it is what it is. You cannot say what it is. You cannot define it as savikalpa, nirvikalpa. It is like saying the direction. It's like saying the direction standing on the sun. With regard to the sun only, we have direction. But what direction sun is? Sun has no direction. Therefore, from the Paramarthika standpoint, this argument is not possible. So, the words what we use is only in the Vyavaharika to understand that what Atma is. Atma is ever asamsprishtam. Sagunatvam is kalpitam. Nirgunatvam also kalpitam. Because we have the orientation of Sagunatvam. To negate that, we say Nirgunatvam. But finally, then it is also not. It is what it is. All these pairs of opposites, this Dvandva, Saguna, Nirguna, Savishesha, Nirvishesha, Vikalpa, Nirvikalpa, all these are there only in Vyavahara. It cannot be there in Brahma. Brahma, when you say Nirgunam, Advaitam Brahma, from which standpoint you say Brahma is Advitiyam, Ekameva Dvitiyam? That is only from the Vyavaharika standpoint. Shastram teaches Ekameva Dvitiyam. To whom? For the Ajnani. What about for the Jnani? If you say this to the Jnani, the word doesn't have any validity for the Jnani. If Shastram doesn't have any validity for the Jnani, Shastram has done the purpose. After that, it is of no use. What is the use of the Karanam, Pramanam, after Jnanam? That is also Mithya. That is also Mithya. It is a tool, it's a Karanam, Karanam, Pramanam. Having used that, that also have to be thrown. Like in the burial ground, to burn the body, they use a stick. They use this long stick. After that, the burial at the end, that stick also is dropped into the fire. Similarly, so Brahma is as it is. Yatho vacho nivartante aprapya manasa saha. So therefore, Brahma is what it is. To understand that Brahma Ahamasmi, we use all these words. So whatever words we use, they all resolve in Brahma. Therefore, Vikalpitatva, whether it is Vikalpa, Nirvikalpa, such options are not there. Lakshyatvam, whether the Brahma Vastu is Lakshya or Alakshya, that also. Knowing is possible through Lakshana Vritti. Knowing is, we use Lakshana Vritti. But that is only Lakshana Vritti doesn't point out what Brahma is, because it is you. It is only in the Vyavahara. So Brahma is not available, even really speaking, it is not subject to Lakshana Vritti or Alakshana Vritti. It is what it is. The Vyavahara only we use the Lakshana Vritti, etc. But because we use it, doesn't mean that Atma is objectified. It can never be. To understand this, we use all these tools, all these methods. Therefore, Atma is Asamsprishta Atma. Asamsprishta Atma Vastuni. Therefore, from the standpoint of Brahma, there is no Vikalpitatvam, there is no Lakshyam, there is no Sambandha. Karya Karana Sambandha is not there from the standpoint of Brahma. From the standpoint of the Vyavahara, from the standpoint of the Ajnani, there is Karya Karana Sambandha. Brahma is the Karyam, Abhinna Nimitta Upadana. Brahma is the Karanam. Brahma is a Karanam, not Karyam. Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam Brahma, and Jagat is the Karyam. So, Jagat is a product, Karyam. When we say Karyam, then must have a Karanam. Pot is the Karyam, pot is the product. Then it must have a Karanam. Karanam must be the clay. From the standpoint of the pot, we say that clay, the mrit, is the Karanam. But what is pot is clay only. Where is the pot? Really speaking, there is no pot. Because the pot, the word and the form is there, and because it holds water, does it become different from clay at any point of time? No, it is all the way, it is clay only. Therefore, Ghate Brit Buddhi, that is Jnanam. A Jnani will see the pot as nothing but clay. They will not be carried over by Namarupa. Pot as a product, as a karyam, is real for an Ajnani. Therefore, he would say Karya Karana Sambandha Asti. Mrit Gatayogo. But where is the pot? Jnani has, where is the pot? When pot is not there, when Karya is not there, then Karanatam attributed to Mrit, that also not there. That also goes away. When Karya is dismissed, that is Karanam. Karanam also not there. So Mrit, the clay, it is free from being connected, being free from Sambandha, any sort of relationship. Brahma is like that. It is Karya Karana Vilakshanam. There is no Sambandha. Jagat is a product. Brahma is a Karanam. That is only for the Ajnani. What is Jagat? Minus Brahma, Jagat is not there. With Jagat or without Jagat, Brahma continues to be. What is the Sambandha of this Mithya Jagat and Satyam Brahma? Really, there is no Sambandha. Sambandha, if there, then Brahma also will become one more object. That's why this Jagat is Brahma, but Brahma is not the Jagat. Pot is clay, but clay is not the pot. Therefore, only it is Mithya. The Jagat, and therefore, between Brahma and Jagat, there is difference as well as non-difference. Jagat doesn't exist apart from Brahma. Therefore, Jagat, when we say, as though it gets reality and as though it is a Karya, therefore we say Brahma is a Karanam. But from the standpoint of Brahma, Brahma is Karya Karana Vilakshanam. Therefore, Samandha also is not there. So, Vikalpa not there. Lakshyatvam also, Vikalpitatvam, Lakshyatvam, Samandha also not there. Therefore, when we understand Brahma as it is, there is no Karya, no Karanam. We stop Brahma, Aham Brahma, Asmi, that's all. Where all these things are. Everything is Adhyaropita on that Brahma. Because it is Adhyaropita, not that Brahma is Samsprishtam, it is ever Asamsprishtam. This Adhyaropa is only for our understanding. This Adhyaropa, the superimposition, like you superimpose, not deliberately, you superimpose snake on the rope. It is an error. On analysis, you find there is no snake, rope only is. Therefore, the snake, Sarpa, the Karya, doesn't exist on analysis of the rope. Only rope is, there is a Karya. Therefore, pot doesn't exist on analysis. What is there is only clay. Similarly, if Jagat is analyzed, where is Jagat? Jagat doesn't exist. What is Jagat? Jagat is an assembly. It's put together. So, when it is put together, when they are made of parts, therefore there is no Jagat. It is Mithya. When the parts are analyzed, they have got subparts. And the subparts have got sub-subparts. So all the way down, up to the atoms, molecules, God's particle, it doesn't exist. So what exists is pure Sat alone, Brahma alone. Therefore, when Jagat as Karya doesn't exist, can Karanam Brahma alone can exist? That Karanatvam attributed to Brahma also not there. It is Mithya. So no Karanam. So Brahma without enjoying the status of Karanam and Jagat not being a Karya. So therefore, Brahma is what it is. Therefore, Vikalpitatvam is Kalpana. It is Aropita, superimposed. Lakshyatvam is Kalpana. It is also Kalpitaha eva. Lakshyatvam, Brahma, Vikalpitatvam, and Sambandha also Kalpitam. Kriya is Kalpitam. Sambandhadhyaha, etc. By Adipada, we can bring Kriya, action. Action is also Kalpitam. Action, really speaking, is action also Mithya. When you say cooking, Pachati is a Kriya. But what Pachati, what cooking is? The moment you switch on the stove, you keep the vessel Switching on the stove is cooking. Keeping the vessel on the stove also is cooking. Pouring water on that is also cooking. Till the water boils, you cut the vegetables, you wash the vegetables. That also involves cooking. Then cut the vegetables, that is cooking. Put it in the vessel, that is cooking. Then finally it has to boil, cooking. Then what is cooking? All these actions, small actions constitute what cooking is. But what cooking is really? That cannot be defined because there is no cooking, mithya. We say walking. What is walking? Is you raise the left foot, is it walking? And placing the left foot on the ground and lift the right foot, is it walking? So walking action is also mithya. If you analyze, kriya is also, it is kalpitam on this Brahman. You say the kriya, I walk, and you walking itself is mithya, and that is superimposed on Atma, and it enjoys the kartrutvam, aham karta, I walk, I cook. It is because Brahma is asamsprishtam. How can this kriya, etc.? Because of kriya, therefore karaka comes in. Karta, karma, karana, all these karakas, they get resolved in this Brahma. It's all kalpitam on Brahma. Therefore, Brahma remains untouched. It cannot undergo any change. It is neither sakriyam or nishkriya. We say Atma is avikriyaha Atma. That is only from the vyavahara, for understanding. We say Atma is avikriyaha. Atma is not neither avikriya nor savikriya. It is what it is. Atma is being what it is. To distinguish from the other things which undergoes change, we say Atma is avikriyaha, nishkriyaha iti. But Atma being what it is, therefore it is ever untouched. Even to say avikriyaha, even to say that Atma is avikriyaha, nirvishesham, nirvikalpa, that also the words trying to convey something about Brahma, Atma, but that words also cannot touch because Brahma being what it is. How can you say it's all that definitions? It's all the pointing out Brahma. It's only in the Vyavaharika. From this Brahma standpoint, all this doesn't exist. Adhyaha kalpitaha. All these sarve kalpitaha and Brahma. Atmavastuni, Brahmavastuni kalpitaha. Therefore, we negate everything from the standpoint of Brahma. When we negate everything, therefore, where is Guru, where is Shishya? That is also kalpita. From the Paramathika standpoint, there is no Guru, there is no Shishya. Then why do we chant Guru Brahma, Guru Vishnu? That is in Vyavaharika. In Vyavaharika, Sambandha is there. As long as Jnanam has not taken place, Guru Shishya Sambandha is there. When Jnanam has happened, then what is the difference between the Jnanam of the Guru and the Jnanam of the Shishya? At the Jnanam level, there is no difference. Therefore, this Guru Shishya, that Vilakshana also is not there from the Paramarthika standpoint. It is all only in Vyavaharika. It has got relative reality. Therefore, Brahma is asamsprishtam. This is what this shloka says. Therefore, vikalpitatva, lakshyatva, sambandhadhyaha tu kalpitaha atmani. So therefore, nirgune brahmani, Brahma which is nirguna, all these are Brahma ekam paramarthikam. Therefore, these are all kalpitaha iti. Therefore, atma vikalpenava nirvikalpenava na sambadhyate. Really speaking, similarly, lakshyatvenava alakshyatvenava na sambandhyate. Similarly, that adhyaha, adipada, we can bring in kriya, etc. So by any of them, atma na sambandhyate, not connected to, it is free. Vikalpitatva lakshyatva sambandhadhyaha. Sambandha adhyaha. This is itaretra dvanda samasa. Vikalpitatvam cha lakshyatvam cha sambandhascha. Vikalpitatva lakshyatva sambandhaha adipadat. This is iterator dvandva samasa. Adihi. Adi means etc. Therefore, a list of things beginning with vikalpitatva lakshyatva sambandha adihi yesham te, that Bhuvrik samasa. Itaretara dandva garbha bhuvrikihi it is. Vikalpitatva lakshyatva sambandhaha adihi yesham te, that kalpitaha. So that kalpitaha asamsprishta atmani atmavastuni. The second line is a Bhagaviri compound. Itaretara dvandva garbha bhagaviri. When you have Adi means etc. So etc. means it referring to the list, a group. We say Vadi Ganaha, Adadi Ganaha. So Bhagaviri compound. Bhu Adihi Yesha. Bhu Adihi Yasya Ganaha. The Gana which begins with the Dhatu Bhu. It's called Bhadihi, Bhagaviri Samasa. So the word Adi tells you it is Bhagaviri Samasa. And if more than one words are given in that, then they're all connected by Iterator Dvandva. So second line, the compound. That's why we don't break it. We have to chant the full line. Now we will read the Tika. Tikakara here, it says, Bhavatu evam anyatra prakrute kyam ayatam iti aha vikalpa iti. How these have come into kim ayatam iti aha, how vikalpa etc. how it has come. Vikalpe iti vikalpa tadabhavabhya vikalpena vikalpa abhavena cha. Tad bhavaha is tasya abhavaha. Tad plus abhava. Tadabhava. Tasya abhavaha. Kasya vikalpa is mentioned. Therefore, vikalpasya abhavaha vikalpa bhavaha tena vikalpa bhavena. So, vikalpa tadabhavabhyam tritiya vibhakti. Therefore, vikalpena vikalpa abhavena cha asamsprishtatma vastuni. Asamsprishta, samsparsha, touch, contact, not contact, no, doesn't have any contact, not contactable. Therefore, samsparsha ragite paramatma vastuni vikalpitatva lakshyatva sambandhadhyaha. Tatra vikalpitatvam nama, what is vikalpa is savikalpasya va nirvikalpasya iti. Vikalpa is whether it is savikalpa or nirvikalpa. Purvoktena vishayikritatvam lakshyatvam lakshanavritya jnapyatvam. That is purvoktena lakshyatvam lakshanavritya jnapyatvam sambandha. That is what lakshyatvam. Lakshyatvam in this shloka says vishayikritatvam, that which is vishayikritatvam, avishayi vishayikritam. That which is not objectified is objectified. Objectified means it is indicated, it is referred to. Atma is not objectifiable. It's not that objectification here. That which is cannot be the subject matter, made a subject matter. How can Atma be a subject matter? Can it be a subject matter for discussion from the Paramathika standpoint? No. It is what it is. Therefore, Vishayikritatvam, it is what is therefore that Vishayikritatvam, that is Lakshyatvam, that which is indicated, that which is pointed out, that's called Vishayikritatvam, Lakshyatvam, Lakshanavritya, by Lakshanavritti. What Lakshana Vritti? Bhagatyaga Lakshana. Jagal Ajagal Lakshana. Lakshana Vrittya Jnapyatvam, which has gained the status of that to be known, that is Jnapyatvam. Sambandha, connection, Sanyoga, Sambandha, relation, Karya Karana, etc. The Sambandha. Sanyoga Digi, Adi Shabdena, Dravyadayaha, Grigyante. Adi Shabda, we can bring in Dravya, Guna, Kriyas, everything we can bring. Sambandha already it is there. So Dravyadayaha, Grigyante. Tu Shabdaha, here Tu Shabdaha, it's for Tu Shabdaha in the second line. Tu Shabdaha, Avadharane, Tatra, Dravyam Nama, Gunanam Ashrayaha, Dravyam Samavayi Karanam, Dravyam Itiva, Tarkikegi Lakshitam, Karma Vyatiritatve Sati, Jati Matra Shayaha Gunaha, Nityam Ekam Aneka Vritti Sama Nimiti Lakshita Jatihi, Sayoga Viyoga Yogo, Asamavayi Karana Jatiyam, Karma Iti Lakshita Kriya, Ete Sarve, Surupe Kalpitaha, Eva Ityartaha. Here the language of Tarkika Nyaya is used. That we can leave that out. We will see that later. It requires some background. Samavaya, Samavayi Karanam, etc. So the point here is by Sanyoga, Sambandhadhya, we can bring in Dravya, Guna, etc. So therefore, all these things are, even Kriya also, Jati, Guna, Kriya, Dravya, Sambandha, all these things are Kalpitaha eva ityartaha. Asamsrishta atmani Kalpitaha iti. The Samavayi Karanam, all these are the language of the Nayayika. The logicians, they use such word. In fact, Pujasamaji says this is absurd. But anyway, those words are useful to understand. But anyway, further useful to understand is just got limitation. It's all unnecessary. You would say, Swamiji would say, this Nayayika, this language, because it is not possible. And they are defining that which we dismiss it easily. So it is not worth spending time on that. It is study of Nyaya and all. For Mumukshu, not required. As an academic study, one can pursue all the darshana, that is different. But for a Mumukshu, all these things are not required. In some other context, we will see what is this Samavayi Karanam, etc., Samavaya, etc. Swamiji makes fun saying Samavaya means only why means mouth. Only mouth is there, it has got no substance. Okay. So therefore, Brahma is Ekam, it is Paramarthikam. That is the meaning. So therefore, everything is Sarve Swarupe Vastuni Atma Vastuni Kalpitaha Eva Iti. Okay, then now the next shloka 53. The author is going to present what is Shravanam. This is important. What is Shravanam? So far, not defining what Shravanam is. Now he is going to define what Shravanam is. Shravanam and as well as Mananam. This definition of Shravanam, Mananam, it is there in Vedanta Sara also, which we will be seeing later. But here, simple definition is given. Let us read the next one. Ittam vakyaistadarthano sandhanam Shravanam bhaved.
Itam
Shravanam bhavet.
Yuktya sambhavitavat. Yukta sambhavita tattva sandhanam mananantu tat.
युक्तासम्भावितत्वानुसन्धानं मननं तु
संधानं
तत्
मननं तु यत् तत्
Here there's a typo, I think. Sambhavi tattva. Tattva, it is not tavas. Yuktya sambhavita tattva tattvanusandhanam. Yuktya sambhavita tattva anusandhanam. Okay, so that's a typo here. Anyway, it's okay. So, ittam, that is thus. So, in Shravanam, during Shravanam only Jnanam takes place. Shastram, when Shastra Pramana is in operation, then Jnanam takes place. Shastra Pramana in operation means it is Shravanam. Therefore, Jnanam is born of Shravanam. What Shruti says that one listens to and understands whether it is, after analysis, understands whether it is Dvaita or Advaita or Dvaita Advaita, etc. Shastram gives some knowledge when it is handled by the teacher. So the knowledge which is produced in the buddhi of the student, it is because of Shravanam. Now, but what is the tatparyam of the Shruti? When Shastram operated, whoever may be the Guru, whichever may be the Guru, or whoever may be the Guru, Dvaita Guru or Advaita Guru, that knowledge happens in the buddhi of the student. Now, what is the tatparyam of the Shruti? What is the tatparyam? What does the Shastram want to convey? Whether it is Dvaitam or Advaitam, or Dvaita Advaitam, or any other darshana or any other vision, for that analysis is required. In the Mundaka Upanishad, the very famous mantra, Dva Suparna Sayuja Sakhaya Samanam Vriksham Parishasvajate Tayoranyah Pippalam Swadvati Anashnan Anyo Abhichakashiti. We are going to see that it is in the last Mundaka, Tritiya Mundaka, Pratama Kanda, that mantra, two birds sitting on the same tree. One bird enjoying the fruits. Some fruits are bitter, some are sweet. The other bird is watching this bird. So the one bird which is enjoying the fruits, fruits means palam. Really, it is fruit can be fruit or palam. That is jiva. Jivatma enjoys the karma pala. And the other bird who is watching, that is Ishvara. So therefore, Jivatma Paramatma. Therefore, this mantra can be taken to prove Dvaitam. This mantra can be taken to prove that Jivatma Paramatma, because two birds are there, Dvasuparna Sayuja Sakaya. So therefore, two birds, therefore Dvaitam. So therefore, the mantras of the Upanishad can be explained to prove Dvaitam. Mamaivamsho Jivaloke. That is the 15th chapter. Bhagavan Krishna says, Mama Amshaha, Mamaivamshaha Jivaloke. Mamaivamsho. So Mama Eva Amshaha. Mama Amshaha means my Amsha, my parts, my Amsha. They are my parts of me. There are many jivas, and they are all my Amsha. So therefore, Dvaitam, Visishta Advaitin says, jivas are Amsha of Brahma. And Advaitin says, Ekameva Dvitiyam. So therefore, since we have different types of Vakya and Shruti, and different interpretations are possible, And there are Karmakanda Vakyas. The whole Veda, if you take predominantly, it is karma. They insist on doing karma for moksha. And Karmakandi says the Tatparyam of Veda is karma. So it is only karma only. Because the major portion of the Veda is karma, dealing with karma only. Amna yasya kriya tattvat anartakyam atadattana Jaimini Sutra. That is, the Vedas have got Tatparyam only in doing. If there any other vacuum is there, it is anartha, not related. It cannot be, if it is not related to karma, it is anartha. Karmakandi says. So, therefore, 99% of the mantras of the Veda deals with karma and upasana. Then where is this Jnana Kandam? It is the Upanishad only at the end. That too only for few pages, Upanishad. So, majority is karma and upasana, karma. Jnanam is only for few pages. Therefore, naturally, we go by the majority. Therefore, Tatparyam of Shruti should be karma. So, there are different mata, different views are there. Dvaitin, Visishta Dvaitin, then Shuddha Dvaitin, the Karma Gandhis, so many views, matas, they also interpret the same Upanishad. Even the Gita also, got the views of the other mata. Then how to arrive at the Tatparyam of the Shruti? That question comes, how to arrive at, we have to find out the Tatparyam of the Shruti. That is called Mimamsa. Pujya Vicharaha Mimamsa. For that we use certain techniques. One technique is called, it is Linga. By Linga we can arrive at the Tatparya. Upakramopasamhara, Abhyaso Purvathapalam, Arthavadopapattischa, Lingam Tatparya Nirnaye. So, Linga, that is Shad Linga, sixfold. 6 lingas are there. Linga meaning indicators or sign, by which we arrive at the Tatparyam of the Shruti. So, Upakrama Upasamhara. Upakramopasamharaha. Upakrama means the introduction. The Shastram, the Upanishad introduces. Then Samhara is conclusion. So what is talked in the introduction, and finally when it is concluded, what is talked. So there should be connection. So Upakrama Upasamhara. Then Abhyasa. Abhyasa is repetition. The topic, the subject, what the Upanishad presents, it is repeatedly covered. Abhyasa, that is repetition, punah punaha. Like in Chandogya Upanishad, 6th chapter, Tattvamasi Mahavakya. Tattvamasi 9 times it is repeated. 1 time is it not sufficient? 9 times. Abhyasa. So that is also one more linga, one more sign, one more indication to arrive at the Tatparyam. Tattvamasi, when you say something repeatedly, means Shastram has got some Tatparya in that. Otherwise, it need not repeat. It is not just glorification. And Apurvata. Apurvata is the subject matter which the Shastram reveals has to be unique. Shastram being a Pramanam, it cannot give me knowledge it cannot give me knowledge which other Pramanam give. Because it is a Pramanam, therefore it must have a subject matter not available for other means of knowledge. That is, the Tatparya Shruti must be something which I cannot know through other means of knowledge. Dvaita is a reality. We live in the Dvaita Prapancha. I know very clearly I am different from Ishvara. I cannot be Ishvara. Should we work for it to know? Already we know that is what we are living. That is what samsara is. That alienation is what samsara is. I think I am myself to be different from Ishvara, therefore I suffer samsari. That doesn't require any pramanam because that is the samsara is the reality. Therefore only shoka moha, therefore only we are working to know, to understand what the truth is. Therefore, Shastra need not teach Dvaita because it is already our Anubhava. So that which is already known, the Shastra need not teach. Therefore, it must have a unique subject matter. If Shastram teaches already the known thing, then Shastram doesn't have the status of being a Shastram. Anadikata, Abadita, Arthavati Jnana Janakam Pramanam. So it should be Apurvata. Shastram must convey the unique subject matter. So therefore, Advaita is unique because not known. Dvaita is known. Swamiji used to tell the story of the barber, Murari barber. An Advaita teacher was living in a village. All the time he would say Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi, Tattvamasi Shveta Keto, like in Chandogya. Another teacher also was living in the same village. He was a Pakka Dvaitin. He used to teach, you are different from Ishvara. Then the Dvaitin, he came to Advaitin for a debate, calling for a debate. Then this Advaiti teacher, he was waiting to get a shave from the barber. And he was not shaven for many years. So now the barber had come. He did a clean job, gave a nice shave, and the Advaita teachers, was glowing. Now, having seen his face after a long time on the mirror, then this Advaiti fall at the feet of the barber and told, what a great shine you have given to my face, what a glow you have given. Then barber, he could not stand this. He say, I am just a barber. I'm just a Murari. Don't fall at my feet. Then the Murari calls Advaita teacher and tells him to tell Advaita teacher that he is not Ishvara. He is not Ishvara. This Dvaita teacher, having seen the Murari falling at the feet of this Advaita teacher, he has seen the Murari falling at the feet of this Advaita teacher. Then Dvaita teacher understood. This Murari falling means this Dvaitam is there. It is Dvaitam. I am not Ishvara. He says, I am not Ishvara. So, therefore, the Dvaita teacher, he went back. He went back home and he came back with a plate full of fruits. And he came to Advaita teacher and asked, I want to be your disciple. Please teach me what Brahma. Why? Because he said, having studied for 12 years, to know that I am not Ishvara, that this simple knowledge is barber has already. He says, I am not Ishvara. He says, I am not Ishvara. Why you are falling at my feet? He says. When you try to fall at his feet, then barber, he prohibits and he falls at your feet. He himself knows the simple truth. And I have spent 12 years to study that I am not Ishvara. So therefore, the Shastra need not teach what is already known. It has to teach something which is unique. Therefore, Apurvata. Therefore, Tatparyam of the Shastra must be Apurvata. If Shastram also teaches the same thing, it is going to come under Pratyakshadi Pramana. It is our Anubhava. Our Anubhava is Dvaitam. The barber without teaching knows Dvaitam. Advaita teacher falling at the feet of barber to teach this Dvaita teacher a lesson. He had come for Vada Diksha to teach him a lesson. And when the barber says, I am not Ishvara, the simple truth the barber himself knows. So, Therefore, spending time to know that I am different from Ishvara, it is already known. That alienation, that separation, I am being different from Ishvara. That is what samsara is. That is a problem. That is why all the limitations walk in. Therefore, only shoka, moha, etc. And what is the result of knowing this knowledge, Dvaitam? If Dvaitam is a reality, okay, fine. Then what is the benefit? What is the result? Samsara is a result. Already samsara only. Parichinnatvam. That is not giving, that's not going to give moksha, freedom. Whereas, what is the benefit of this Advaita? Advaita is, it is, the result is parampalam. It is the limitless, because Brahma is limitless. Knowing Brahma, you recognize you to be Brahma. Therefore, the palam is also limitless. Limitless is moksha. Moksha is limitless. So, abhyasaha apurvata palam. Upakramopasamharaha abhyaso abhyaso purvata palam. Abhyasaha apurvata palam. So, 5. Upakramopasamhara is taken as one linga. Upakramopasamharaha. Abhyasa is another linga. Apurvata another linga. Then palam. Palam, of course, must be there. Palam, the pramanam generates palam. Then arthavadaha. Arthavadaha is the glorification. Arthavadaha. Arthavada is what is glorified through the illustrations. This Advaitam is glorified, like the glorification, like speaking the truth. Harishchandra is glorified by because he was Satyavadi, he speaks the truth. So that value is glorified through the story of Harishchandra. That's called glorification, Arthavada. There are Arthavada statements in the Shastram that also have to be properly interpreted, understood. Then finally, Upapatti, last linga, 6th linga, Upapatti. Upapatti means logic. Logic is in keeping with the Shastram. Logical means it is what Shastram says should not be illogical. Should be logical, should not be illogical. Logical means it cannot be established by logic. If it is established by logic, then Anumana and other Pramana can do that. The Shastram may not require. Therefore, what is presented, what is the Tatparyam, which is conveyed by the Shastram, it should be within logic, but not established by logic. It cannot be provable by logic. At the same time, it should not be illogical. So therefore, it is called illogical. It is called illogical. It should not be illogical. What Shastram says should not be illogical, should be logical. When we say logical, it doesn't mean it is established by logic. Brahma, Atma cannot be established by logic. Not only Brahma, even Swarga. For example, Swarga Loka, we say. Karmagandhi, they are interested in going to Swarga Loka, therefore, that's going to Swarga Loka is moksha. So Swarga, they say it is permanent. If it is permanent, Swarga Loka is permanent. And if it is a place to be reached, then how can it be permanent? Because it is a place. Place means it is located, it has got location in terms of space, in terms of time, and that cannot be permanent. And going there, one lives forever means that is also not possible. Surga Loka, you have only experience of Sukham. So Sukha Anubhava only will be there. Then if you have only Sukham, then Sukham, what is Sukham? Sukham is defined only from the standpoint of the Dukkha. If Dvandva is not there, the Sukham also will not be a Sukham anymore. Not only Surga, even Naraka also. There only pain, Dukkham is experienced. But if you experience Dukkham continuously, then Dukkham also will not be a Dukkham. It becomes normal. So therefore, when we say Swarga Loka, it is a place where a jiva goes and comes back. It cannot be a permanent place for anybody. Similarly, Naraka also. So this is Swarga exists. How do you know? Shastram says that we cannot prove or disprove. Shastram says, therefore, Swargaloka is there. But saying Swargaloka is permanent, that is not logical, illogical. Shastram says Swargaloka is there, and that is can be accepted because Shastram says, Shastram being a Pramanam, what Shastram says we accept. But saying Swargaloka is permanent, that is illogical. Therefore, what Shastram says should be logical, at the same time, should not be illogical. Therefore, we say it is illogical, above logic. So that is what Upapatti is. The Tatparyam of the Shastram must be, it should be tenable, should be logical, for our yukti, for reasoning. So these are the 6 linga, Shad linga. Upakramopasamharaha, that is first linga. Abhyasaha, apurvata, phalam. Then artavadaha, upapattihi. Iti Shadlinga. Lingam tatparya nirnaye. Lingam is for arriving at the tatparyam of the Shruti. So Lingam tatparya nirnaye. The tatparya must be supported by all these 6 lingas. Therefore, all this having ascertained tatparya, the meaning of the words of the Shastram arrived at by Bhagatyaha Lakshana in Shravanam. That is what Ittam Vakyehi. Ittam Vakyehi Tadarthanusandhanam Shravanam Bhavet. So that is what is Shravanam is. Arriving at the Tatparyam of the Shastram, Ittam Vakyehi Mahavakyehi. In the Vedanta Sara, Sadananda Saraswati defines Shravanam as Shadvida Lingaihi Ashesha Vedantanam Advitiya Vastuni Tatparya Avadharanam. Ascertaining the entire Vedanta Shastra, ascertaining the Vedanta Shastram to be conveying the Advaita Vastu. That is the by Shadlinga, by these 6 lingas is called Shravanam. Same thing here. Ittam Vakyehi Tadartha Anusandhanam. Tadartha is Vakyartha, Mahavakyartha. Mahavakyehi. Mahavakyehi Tadartha Teshamartha Jiva Brahma Ikya Arthasya Avagamanam Tadartha Anusandhanam. Anusandhanam is Avagamanam. Understanding the meaning, the import of the Vakyas, the Mahavakyas of the Shastram is what is called Shravanam. That is the definition. What is Shravanam? Vakyartha Anusandhanam Shravanam. Simple definition. Vakyartha Anusandhanam. Anusandhanam is Avagamanam. Understanding. How do you understand? By this 6 linga. These 6 linga are there, and that is what the Bhashyakara and the commentators they present. They may not mention the names, but these are all covered in the Bhashyam. Upakrama, Upasamhara. Upakrama is introduction. Like the headlines of the news. First day they tell the headlines, and at the end also they complete by the headlines. So beginning and ending same. So therefore, Upakrama, Upasamhara, from the beginning to the end, what the Shastram says is the same thing. Shastram never deviates from its Tatparya. It's got commitment in revealing the Tatparya, the Mahavakya, Jiva Brahma Aikyam. So in keeping with that, all the other things are present. The teaching is conveyed. That one has to find out. That's what the Sampradaya, the commentators they do. And Abhyasa, this repetition we can very well see in many Upanishads, and the most famous is Chandogya, Tattvamasi Shvetaketo iti. 9 times it is repeated. When it is repeated 9 times, 1 time it's enough. 9 times repeated means Shastra must have Tatparya in Tattvamasi. Then Tattvamasi has to be understood. Therefore, Bhagatyaha Lakshana. Therefore, knowledge happens in Shravanam. So, Shravanena Jnanam Bhavati. What is Shravanam is tadartha anusandhanam. Then what about mananam? That is said in the second line. Yuktya sambhavita tattva anusandhanam. Yukti is involved. Yukti means reasoning. One has to apply logic, apply your reasoning, and remove all the possible doubts. That is called mananam. We will see that in the next class. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadhaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Dhanyavadaha.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಗುರುಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಶರಣ್ಜಿ.
ಧನ್ಯವಾದ